Órale. Cholo Trucker here, Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies. Cricket from Incredible Javier. Pablo from the LA Times. Let's all take a moment and acknowledge our tribal chief. We acknowledge you, our tribal chief. Man, what is going on? You know, I was watching SmackDown last week, right? And one thing is, man, let me move this just a little bit. Oh, yeah, yeah. Dang it. I'm a little beat up, but we're good. One thing, that they're promoting is like, hey, it's in Pittsburgh, PA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the home of Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle's my boy, dog. I love Kurt Angle. Right? The three eyes. I mean, he was just badass, And it's like, hey, we're going to celebrate his birthday. Like, all right, cool. Now, I started thinking, a lot of things started running through my head, right? I started thinking, Spencer, I started thinking, okay, are they going to start incorporating him into a storyline? I mean, is this really him just coming back only for this one night? Or is this going to lead to something else? And I started quickly trying to gather up stories into my head, right? Like, what can come out of this? And as I'm watching, I see them promote the return of one Mr. John Cena. And I thought, okay. I don't think I've ever had people tell me how let down they were in a career-ending match than Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. What's up, Bessa Benny? So everybody that I heard, right? Because Kurt Angle was on this whole thing of like, hey, you know what? This is gonna be my last match. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Yeah, man, I'm pretty banged up, dog, but it's all good, Holmes. It is all good, man. Gracias. Um, Kurt Angle coming back just for this one time, and then them promoting the return, finger quotes, return of uh, um, John Cena. I'm thinking, I wonder if they can actually make something happen with these two guys. Because if everybody remembers, when Kurt Angle, when everybody was talking about, hey, his last match, his final match, at least everybody that I knew and just heard from the WWE universe, everybody, including myself, wanted it to be against John Cena. John Cena made his debut against Kurt Angle in a pretty badass match, Holmes. On the real, that was a good match. I really enjoyed the match, just the match itself. Forget that it was Kurt Angle, forget that it was John Cena, but nobody knew who John Cena was at the time, right? I mean, if you're just paying attention to the main roster, you had no idea who John Cena was. And that was a great match. He earned the respect. He earned the respect of The Undertaker. If you guys remember, he went backstage. Undertaker, I think, was champ at the time. And he just asked him, like, hey, what's your name, kid? And he shook his hand. He's like, yeah, man, good work. So I'm Spence. I'm getting a text here. Okay. So it would make sense that Kurt Angle's last match would have been against John Cena. Now that's not what happened. However, it was against Baron Corbin. It really didn't make any sense. Um, it really didn't make any sense. There was nothing there. But them bringing Kurt Angle back for his, so-called birthday party, which is kind of strange, but oh well. And then also promoting that John Cena's coming back. I don't know, man. I'm wondering if they can have those two guys meet up at WrestleMania. I know the word is John Cena is probably going to get in there against somebody else, somebody like Austin Theory or something, which John Cena can still go. Kurt Angle has slowed down a lot, right? A lot. He's not that Kurt Angle anymore. Let me see. Why is there two shows? Hello, Pablo Live 2. Yeah, man. He's doing his thing. But Kurt Angle is not what Kurt Angle, was once upon a time. Right? So I think he can still somewhat go, I guess. But I'm just gonna say this, man. If Kurt Angle has a little bit of gas left in the tank, he doesn't need to be able to go 100%. But it'd be good if he can still go even 50% of what he used to do. And he does look old. Benny, he does look old. I will give you that. He does look old. Even if he's able to go 50% and John Cena can kind of carry the match, then yeah. Go out with that match, Kurt. Don't go out with that Baron Corbin match that nobody cares about. Nobody cared about it. Nobody even remembers it. Nobody gave a rat's ass. Nobody cared about it. Everybody was upset. If you got a little bit of gas left in the tank, Kurt, one match with John Cena, make it happen. And that would kind of be like the great way to just, wave bye-bye, man. Kurt has no fumes in that tank. I don't know, Benny. I really don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't, man. I'm being real. I'm not really sure. He doesn't need to have, he doesn't need to be the Kurt Angle of old. He doesn't have to be that. But if he can be just half of that, I'd be cool with it, man. But you can't, Kurt was just so great for him to go out with a match that nobody gives a rat's ass about. So, and on top of that, I want to throw out there as well. There's a rumor that there's another sorry, I wait. There's a rumor that there's another opponent for Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and it makes no sense. And his name is Gunther. Yeah, you guys know him, Gunther. Let me see. Kurt Gas, that old nasty gas. But I'll tell you guys this, man. Gunther versus Brock does absolutely nothing. Nothing. I don't even know how you build that story up. If Gunther showed the fear that he showed with Braun Strowman, come on, how are you really going to build him? Don't get me wrong, Braun Strowman's a bigger dude than Brock, but Brock is still a monster. How are you going to have Gunther like stand up to Brock like that? I'm listening to a couple of WWE reports, and they're saying that's a possibility. I say it's got to be Bobby Lashley, or else it's a complete bust. But Gunther, I don't know about you guys, man, but to me, Gunther sucks. He's not over. He's not over at all. Let me see. What's up, Polite Scumbag? The Rock versus Roman, night 1, and Cody versus Roman, night 2. No, man. No, come on. Don't do that to my tribal chief. Come on, man. Gunther is trash. I don't really care for the guy, man. I want to see Bray versus Damian Priest. That could materialize. You know, Judgment Day is growing. They are doing their thing. They are kind of like that dark, evil, kind of goth side, I guess. It can materialize, I'm sure. But I think right now they're just still trying to build up Bray Wyatt before they're not going to put Bray Wyatt in there with anybody really that notable. You know, right now it just seems like they want to build Bray Wyatt up. So, and they don't want him to really squash anybody. So they just kind of got him here and there, man, with just jobbers. I mean, let's be real, man. The hell's that fool's name? LA Knight? Anybody give a rat's ass about that guy? You know, he's no better than the Brooklyn Brawler. By the way, no offense to the Brooklyn Brawler, but the Brooklyn Brawler was badass, Holmes. He was badass. I take that back, as a matter of fact. I retract that last statement, man. The Brooklyn Brawler was badass, man. Give me the Brooklyn Brawler. That guy was something else. But how do you guys feel the fact that there is no main card pay-per-view till the Royal Rumble? So we are going from Survivor Series to the Royal Rumble. Survivor Series taking place at the end of November, and we're going all through December and basically to the very end of January. That was pretty regular years ago, but that hasn't happened in a long time. This big of a gap between pay-per-views. Let's see. Why you go live same time, says Wrestling Rehab. You know, we got to work on our communication, Holmes. Oh man, I'm pretty beat up and sore. But no, it's been quite a while that there's been that much of a gap between pay-per-views. Survivor Series all the way to the Royal Rumble. Are you guys down with that, or would you guys like them to bring back TLC? I like TLC. I thought it was good. However, with the extreme rules that they had this past year, I thought, man, there was probably no need for TLC. They scratched day one, which I'm fine with. But I was a fan of TLC. All right, let's see. We got the show starting Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Rollins. Damn it. I'm just sore, guys. That's all. But I'm down with the main card rosters not having a pay-per-view in the month of December, let's make NXT. Let them have a banger, man, right? So they can go on and do their thing. Let NXT shine. You know, when you have 2 pay-per-views in 1 month and one of them is, you know, the main roster and the other one is NXT, well, you know, NXT kind of gets a little bit buried. Just a little bit. But if you leave a whole calendar month open, they're in Milwaukee tonight, huh? If you leave a whole calendar month open and you just put a nice, good NXT pay-per-view on there, that's a way to build an audience for NXT, man. Because NXT is doing their thing. I'll tell you guys that much. We got Bailey coming out. All right, guys. Hey, man. Spencer, I know I was late. I'm a little banged up, but I'm going to go ahead, chillax, and watch Monday Night Rollins. But on the real, with Kurt Angle coming back for SmackDown, and then them announcing that John Cena's coming back, I wouldn't be too surprised, man, if they don't try to build something up for WrestleMania and erase that horrible last match that Kurt Angle had with Baron Corbin, and give the fans what they wanted, which was Kurt Angle versus John Cena. Even though Kurt Angle is a little bit of a shell of himself, they don't have to have an extraordinary match. Both of their characters sells the match already. So, and John Cena can carry the match. So with that, junkies, shout outs to all my junkies out there, man. And always remember, acknowledge your tribal chief. Joe Trucker Wrestling Rehab. I'll catch you guys on the next one.